Thank you, Mr. President. And thank you all for being here tonight. To Frederick Ryan, Stewart Malloran, the entire board of directors and dedicated staff of the White House Historical Association, my husband and I are deeply honored to host you here tonight. To our friends and devoted supporters of this incredible organization, we thank you for supporting this worthy cause. Before I go any further, let me take a moment to reflect on the President's and my travel, along with the Vice President, to Florida earlier today. As you know, our country has seen the very worst of Mother Nature with Hurricanes Harvey and Irma. Spending time with the first responders in Texas and Louisiana days ago warmed our hearts to see so many in such a desperate situation, responding with kindness, charity, and resolve. We saw that so many display of the American character today in Florida. We saw first responders, some of whom went from Harvey's aftermath directly to the path of Irma, helping those in need and serving as guardian angels to those left with only prayers and hope. We saw so many who lost so much in these past weeks: a family member, a friend, their first home, or a precious keepsake. But in those very same people, I have seen the true spirit of this nation, an unwavering commitment to overcome, to rebuild, and to renew what was swept away. Together, we all hurt with these victims, and together we vow to lift our neighborhoods from the deepest of despair. I know many of you here tonight have answered the call to help. The victims of these terrible storms told me of their gratitude for the support they are recovering from the nation. On their behalf, I say thank you. So, White House Historical Association, since its founding in 1961 by First Lady Jackie Kennedy, has the chartered mission of telling the stories of this grand home and the families and people who lived and worked here. The artifacts on display earlier this evening are some of the rarest in the White House collection. Those priceless mementos are figures of our history. They give incredible insight the past presidents, first families, and the White House itself. They help tell the story of our nation. They also underscore why your support of the White House Historical Association is so important. Your generosity and your commitment to supporting this great organization keeps these items and the stories behind them alive for future generations of Americans. We can teach our children and grandchildren about Kennedy, Reagan, and Lincoln, but the White House Historical Association does much more than that. You bring their stories to life, and you make the White House accessible to visitors from near and far. As my husband often says, this is the people's house. Each of you, through your time, talents, and treasure, make it so. Our family's appreciation for this home grows each and every day, and we could not be more grateful for your dedication to the White House. May tonight be one of the many opportunities each of us has to enjoy the people's house together, and to paraphrase the words of John Adams, whose famous saying is engraved on the mantel here in the state dining room: "May none but honest and wise men ever rule under this roof." As we sit together in this historic setting, I thank you all for being here, and I thank you for your continued support of the White House Historical Association. God bless you, God bless this home, and may God continue to bless the United States. Thank you. So for who you don't know me, I'm Melania Trump, and nice to meet you all. I will have a special book for you, Party Animals. Did you know about the book? No? So Kathy Lee Gifford wrote it a while back. And I really like that book because it shows that we are all different, but we are all the same. So here is the story. Party Animals. Lucy Goosey was thrilled. She was filled with delight. Her birthday was coming. Who should she invite? She wanted her party to be simply the best. So she had to be careful when choosing each guest. I can invite Pig. She will eat all the food. And Goat is always in such a bad mood. I can't ask Dog. All he does is growl. I know what I will do. I will ask the wise owl. Who? Owl, if Cat comes, all she will do is purr. And she has that bad habit of licking her fur. I see, Owl said. But what about Lamb? What? Cried Goose. She's more boring than I am. Sheep is too dumb, so I'd like to ask Horse. But all he does is graze on green grass, of course. No one is worse than that messy raccoon, except maybe Fox, who just howls at the moon. There must be someone you'd like to come, said Owl. But sadly, the goose could think of no one. The turtles are too slow. He had to be late to arrive. And the bee is too busy to leave his beehive. That silly old hen just keeps packing around, and that gopher keeps digging those holes in the ground. How about Donkey? Asked Owl. No, he's such a dude. All that cow does is moo and chew on her cud. I can't stand that rooster with that ratty hairdo who just struts around going cock-a-doodle, cock-a-doodle, cock-a-doodle-doo. By now, Lucy Goosey was becoming alarmed. Why, I used to think I had good friends on this farm. Well, perhaps it's your fault, said the owl, always wise. All you see to do well is criticize. But I can invite Moose. She will mess up my house. If I invite Rabbit, I'm sure he will just blab it. If I invite Ant, I will get ants in my pants. And if I invite Flea, she might bite me. The wise old owl simply shook his head. Then he cleared his throat, and he gently said, No one is perfect, you know, even you. If you want my advice, this is what you should do. Invite every animal on the farm to come. When we all get together, It will be so much fun. Oh, can you imagine the look in their eyes when suddenly each comes to realize each one's been invited to share your special day? No one will forget Lucky Goosey's birthday. Lucky Goosey bowed her head in shame. You mean each one is special because no one is the same? Yes, each has a gift that no one else gives. So let's celebrate how different each one of us is. Happy birthday! This is the end. I hope you enjoyed the book. Wishing you a happy Easter and be well. Have a great time. Thank you.